wants to know, what advice would you give someone who wants to pursue musical theater as a career and then go into TV or film?
Wow, I mean, I stuck with it. I didn't give up. If I lost a job, if I didn't get a part, or, I stuck with it, and I think that that's the most important thing to do. If you love it and if it's what you want to do, then don't give up. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's really the truth.
Andrea, what's the one big item you're gonna buy when you make it really big?
It's from Andrea.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like, where's Andrea? Did I miss somebody?
You can call me Andrea.
Mark, what's the one big item you're going to buy when you make it really big?
The one big item I would buy, that's a good question. I would love to buy my mom a house.
So you can open the door for her? All right, guys, any of you want to pipe up and answer this one? Will we be seeing any of Rachel's parents this season?
Rachel's two dads. You won't see them in the first 13 episodes, but we're hoping if we come back for a full season that
So to see Rachel's parents, you have to watch the show.
Anybody?
And tell your friends to watch it.
How long does it take? Well, we kind of answered this question. If you want to elaborate maybe a little bit, how long does it take to practice the musical numbers and shoot each episode in general? They also want to know, do you miss Broadway? Anybody who's on Broadway?
Well, I think Leah and I are really enjoying this time where we get to sing and dance on TV. So, sure, we'd like to go back at some point, but this is really amazing right now. And it takes about 8 days an episode, and Push It, for example, took about 3 or 4 weeks that we were rehearsing for it. They kept pushing back production, but other than that, sometimes it's a day we rehearse to a week, and usually music numbers take about, a full day to shoot. Oh. Thanks. Yeah, that took 4 weeks.
They just sort of threaten or bribe us just to work really hard for the dancing and singing.
We got really close after that. After Push It.
So, Jenna, you still live in New York, right?
No, actually, I reside in LA now.
Oh,
but we go back as much as we can.
we go back as much as
What's your favorite Broadway musical? Either one of you.
Oh, God. I did listen to Rent on the way in the plane.
Wicked. Oh, I'd probably say West Side Story.
We just had Phantom here in Houston. Bobby Simmons amazing. Mary wants to know, are we going to see Tina's backstory this season?
You will see a little bit more of Tina, yeah. She does some pretty cool stuff.
For Leah, how many takes did you shoot before you got the slushy scene right?
Well, in the pilot episode, I get the slushy in my face, and Mark did such a great job. We only had to do it once. But in the second episode that's coming on the 9th, you may see another slushy. And he just couldn't get it. And so it took, I think we did it, and we did it 3 times. It's a double slushy, so 6 slushies. And every time after you have to wash your hair and redo your makeup. And then we do have another episode coming up where
You never know
major slushy war and a bunch of people up here.
This is kind of my own question here, but I want to know who on the show makes out? Who kisses?
Everybody.
Okay, Elsie wants to know, and we'll give this to Chris. Who was your favorite guest star to work with?
That'd have to be Kristen Chenoweth. She's awesome with a capital yeah, it was a dream come true to work with her. She's great.
Kevin, how long did it take to learn to use the wheelchair as effectively as you did? Did you work with people that have disabilities and are in wheelchairs?
I met people, but you kind of learn how to do it by being in it. So the first few days of rehearsal on the pilot was you guys dance and you just wheel around and see what you can do. It was that kind of thing, and a lot of experimenting and seeing how much I could actually do. But I think we came up with some good stuff.
Were you pumping wheelies in the hallway?
I can do some wheelies. You know, a lot of upper body work.
Nice.
Except when they took the wheels off the back of your...
There was one time when I had a wheelie stunt double who's actually in a wheelchair. It's a great guy, but he's amazing and does like flips and stuff. So they took my like safety wheels off, and they're like, "Can you do a wheelie for us?" I'm like, "Sure." And fall straight on my head, and I started laughing because it was hysterical, and everyone was just silent and serious. I'm like, "Please laugh! You're making this so awkward."
Puck and Quinn, is it more fun playing the bad guys? Again, with this question.
Yeah, I think it is more fun. You know, but the challenge is to make him somewhat likable as the season progresses. He can't be a douchebag the whole time.